There's something deeply unsettling lurking beneath the surface of Weapons. And it's not just the horror. Cregger, the mind behind Barbarian, returns with one of the most ambitious horror films of the year. And let me tell you, Weapons doesn't just scare, it lingers. Now I'll be straight up with you guys right off the bat. I didn't like Barbarian. I thought it started off strong, but ultimately fell flat. But I did read the screenplay for Weapons a while back, and to my surprise, I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I was cautiously optimistic about the film itself. The story is set in the quiet town of Maybrook, a place ripped apart by an unexplainable tragedy. 17 young children vanish from a single classroom, all at 2:17 a.m. With only one survivor and no trace of what happened, the town spirals into grief, fear, and suspicion. But Weapons isn't your standard what or whodunit. It's structured more like an anthology, like a web of interwoven character stories that slowly converge. Think Magnolia meets Hereditary. We follow multiple perspectives. Julia Garner plays a schoolteacher who finds herself under scrutiny from a traumatized community. Josh Brolin is a grieving father, desperate for answers. Alden Ehrenreich portrays a small-town police officer battling his own past, while Benedict Wong and Amy Madigan round out the cast of fully realized, deeply haunted characters. But what makes Weapons so unique is how it balances genre and grief. The horror elements are ever-present, creepy, brooding, and even grotesque at times. But Cregger's script is just as focused on emotional trauma and community breakdown. Cregger has said the film was shaped in part by the real-life loss of his friend and fellow Whitest Kids member Trevor Moore. And you feel that grief baked into the DNA of the movie. There's a sense of emotional weight and mourning that elevates this above typical horror fare. The visuals are minimalist but effective. Think long takes, quiet frames, and strategic uses of sound. You're not pummeled with jump scares. Instead, dread creeps in slowly. And just when you think you understand where it's going, the film pulls the rug out from under you. The ending? Yeah, it's wild. No spoilers here, but let's just say it goes full chaos mode in the best way. It's the kind of finale that makes you sit back and say, wait, what in the 10 hells just happened? And somehow it works. It really works. Early festival screenings have been overwhelmingly positive, and I completely agree. The film currently holds a perfect score on Rotten Tomatoes at 100% at the time of this video's creation. It's being praised by its bold storytelling, emotional depth, and sharp performances across the board. And trust me, they aren't lying. And this is coming from someone who did not like Barbarian. And again, while I personally didn't care for Barbarian, I understand I'm in a very small minority and will admit Cregger's work here proves that Barbarian wasn't a fluke. With Weapons, he's not just repeating himself, he's evolving. This is confident, genre-bending, emotionally charged horror that isn't afraid of taking risks. If you're looking for something original, unsettling, and a little bit mind-bending, Weapons deserves your attention. It's truly smart horror with something to say, and it sticks with you long after the credits roll. It's without question the scariest movie of 2025 and also the scariest movie I've seen in a while. In a genre that often plays it safe, Weapons takes a wrecking ball to convention. It's not just scary, it's sad, strange, and emotionally devastating. The kind of film that makes you lean forward in your seat, second-guess everything you thought you knew, and then delivers an ending so audacious, it leaves your jaw on the floor. Whether you're drawn to it for the mystery, the emotion, or just the raw nerve of it all, Weapons cements Cregger as one of horror's most exciting and unpredictable voices. This is a movie that dares to feel human, even as it pulls you into the unknown. So if you're tired of recycled scares and formulaic thrills, do yourself a favor and go into Weapons blind. Let shock you. Let mess you up a little. Because sometimes the best horror stories aren't just about fear. They're about the wounds we don't know how to heal. Thanks for watching. If you've seen Weapons or are planning to, drop a comment below. But please, no spoilers of course. Until next time, stay curious, stay unsettled.